Hi. Hey. It's me. I'm back, and I bet you thought I wouldn't be back, but I'm back. Had to take some time off. Okay? Had to take a little bit of time off. Just kidding. I think it was only like 2 weeks where I didn't do one of these, or like I missed 1 week technically. And we'll get into that in just a second. As far as right now, okay, to be candid, I just ate a dark chocolate Reese's peanut butter cup from Trader Joe's. I keep them in the freezer. That's the best way to do it. You keep them in the freezer. And I just ate one of those, and something about it is making my mouth fill with spit. So I'm going to drink I'm going to drink this coffee I have. It is currently, as of right now, it is currently 6:54 p.m. and I have a coffee. And you might be like, Chloe, why? What? Girl, you're so crazy. Girl, we can't take you anywhere. You're so crazy. Yes, I'm drinking coffee at 7 p.m. I'm so crazy. And the real reason that I'm drinking coffee at 7 p.m. is because I have had no energy all day. All day. Double chocolate chunk cookie. And I've had no energy. I already had a coffee this morning. I was trying to get stuff done, and I took a nap in the middle of the day. Woke up from my nap with even less energy than I started it with, I believe. And I made food. Thought that would help. Didn't help. I got up and started cleaning, and I still felt like this overall sense of grogginess. And typically, I would just ride it out till 9 p.m. then go to sleep. But I actually am going to an album release party tonight. Woo! Woo! What? I'm going to an album release party. I'm so LA. I've switched up on you guys. I'm actually just a +1. This is actually one of my brother and sister-in-law's friend is having an album release party. There's rumored to be a couple notable people there that I would know from the internet, so I'm hoping to see a familiar face. And then maybe I'll say something to them, and then maybe I'll come back on this podcast and have something to tell you guys. But a quick recap before we get into the groundbreaking topic I have for us today. The reason I didn't film a podcast last week was because I have become so busy in life. My brother opened his own coffee shop, which he has been wanting to do for years upon years, and it's been a long time coming. The Eras Tour returns tomorrow. If you just heard me burp, I'm sorry. The Eras Tour returns tomorrow. That'll give me something to talk about, because I know I'm going to be mad about stuff. And I'll put timestamps to where you can skip through if I ever talk about Taylor Swift. But for today, I'm done. I just wanted to quote that really quick. But really exciting stuff, you guys. Anyways, so my brother opened his coffee shop. I'm working there. I worked every day in the past week, and then the one day I didn't work, I went to Disneyland for the entire day. So I've kind of been going non-stop, and then also my family has been in town on top of that. So opening a business and starting a new job technically is a lot to handle and a big life adjustment, but then also having family here to entertain and hang out with, and they're expecting a vacation, a trip. They paid to be here. They are here for the coffee shop, but they also want to explore a little bit. So a lot of my days were filled with working, and then sorry, I just heard another dog in the hallway just went berserk, so then Finn went berserk. Because if you were here in one of my last episodes, I live in a studio apartment, so we are 10 feet away from the front door and the hallway where other people are, okay? So, anyways, my days were filled with working, and then after work I would immediately go somewhere and do something with family. So there weren't a lot of breaks happening, And in that time, I also got sick. There's something going around. There's something going around. I can feel it. Because it was like everyone I knew was just like not 100%. It was never like a sickness that took me down all the way, but it really did knock me down a few pegs. But it was like one of those things where if I kept going and I kept like working through it, I didn't realize it. But then the minute I allowed myself to rest, I was like, wow, you really are not good. Like, it was just kind of like a sore throat, runny nose, congestion, and then like a overall just constant headache. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna fix the mic and I might make a noise. Okay. Anyways, so the past week was like honestly crazy because before that I was not doing a lot in my days and I had a lot of free time, and now I just went 0 to 100 and I was really, really overwhelmed and scared and sad. Not sad, happy and sad. Happy and sad at the same time. But yeah, it was a good week. I was just very busy and I'm not used to being very busy. But I'm trying to keep up this kind of like busy work-life balance situation, and also my winter arc. I think we talked about my winter arc, but guys, since my family was in town and I was dealing with all these obstacles, my winter arc officially started yesterday. Holy moly. I almost said a bad word. Sorry. Holy moly donut shop. It has felt like I've been on this journey for months and it's been 2 days. The winter arc is kicking my ass right now. And I'm already gonna do something that's not on my winter arc list, which is get 8 hours of sleep, because I work tomorrow morning and I'm going to an album release party tonight, if I didn't already mention, which I don't even know like what that entails, but stoked either way. So I've been working out. I worked out the past 2 days. I've been drinking water. I've made all my meals. I'm doing pretty good, honestly. And then last night I took a shower and did all my skincare, and then I read my book and I went to sleep. Honestly, I can get behind this. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, you guys. But tonight won't look a lot like last night. And then I have to work in the morning. But anyways, I think that's all I really wanted to say about me. I could talk about me a lot more. But, well, actually, I'm going to be talking about myself in this video. And it's actually not going to be helpful at all, but I think it'll be fun. And I think this might be something that you guys should try. I'll let you know at the end of this video. But I've been making a list of things that I've been liking recently, and I'm going to share them with you. Now, you might be sitting there wondering, okay, why am I going to listen to this girl talk for stuff she likes for so long? This might be stuff that you want to implement into your life. If it has a link, I'll give you a link. If it has a theory, I'll give you my secrets. I'll give you a guidebook. I'll give you the blueprint to start doing these things, and then maybe you'll want to do them too. I don't know. Or maybe you just like to hear pretty girls talk for an hour. Moving past that really quickly. We're just going to move right past that. Nobody think about that twice. All right. So we're going to dive in to things I love right now. This has been kind of accumulating over like a week or two. Some things are consistent, some things are just right now. And maybe I'll do this little check-in like once a month with myself and just see if anything's changed. Or maybe every once in a while. Let's not say once a month. There's a hair on this. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee before we begin. If you were wondering, I am drinking a medium oatmeal cookie cold brew, light oat milk, light sugar, iced. And some of you guys couldn't handle that, I know for a fact. It sounds fun and flirty, but it's pretty strong. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I wrote is low screen time and leaving people undelivered. So basically I'm a bitch. So basically I'm better than you. Something I struggle with a lot is my screen time, because I also have this other job where I have to be on my phone, and I've done a lot. I do a lot of stuff. I post a lot of stuff on the internet where I'm on my phone a lot. It's just kind of like a part of my lifestyle that's not really forgivable, because I work on my phone part-time, and so obviously I have a larger screen time, but then I just kind of fall into like these rabbit holes of being on my phone. So in the past week while I've been working, my screen time has been, this is not going to probably sound good to a lot of people, my screen time has been like 4 hours, which usually right before I started working, it was pushing 10 to 11 hours. I'm not kidding. It got really dark and scary there for a minute. And to go from like 10 hours to 4, I think that's pretty good. And the entire time I'm at work, I'm not really picking up my phone unless it's to make content for the coffee shop. Go follow goodfriend.la on Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, I'm just not picking up my phone, and I was with my family, so I wasn't on my phone when I was with my family because they're kind of the only people I hit up a lot of the time. So all of the people I talked to were in the same room. That's awesome. So yeah, it's been really, really nice. And then also leaving people undelivered. This is something that I used to this so stupid. This is something I used to never do because I hate having notifications on my phone. I hate like whenever my apps have a number by them. Like the people who have the mail app, and it says like 2,000. I cannot stand that. My heart's racing every time I open. Or if I open a phone and there's like every app has a notification bubble. Oh, that's something that gets under my skin. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And so I actually have what's it called? I have the timer on all my apps. And this is actually really helpful. Let me put you on really quick. Because it'll say, do you want to unlock for 15 minutes? This is really good for TikTok. So you don't get stuck on TikTok. You can give yourself 15-minute increments. So then once it logs you out, get out. And that's how you can keep track of like how much time you're spending on that app at one time, which I really enjoy. So I actually have this timer on like all of my social media apps, and so it doesn't tell you that you have any notifications, which I love. And I have been seeing that people are hitting me up, and I'm like, I'll get to you later. That's awesome. I've never felt this way. Guys, I've never felt like this. Last thing I'll leave you with, I think my Snapchat score is pushing 2 million. So, yeah, I'm not usually like this. Anyways, moving on. The other thing I love, this is a consistent in my life, but I don't even want to tell you, but I will. Slushy Noobz YouTube channel. Okay? Slushy Noobz YouTube channel and their podcast, Out of Character. These are my freaking best friends. I love them. It's actually kind of bad because I watch their podcast so much that I just naturally kind of pick up on their mannerisms, and like that's like the only podcast I've been listening to, so every time I record a podcast, I think that I'm copying them. So if I am giving a little bit of Martin or Hamza, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that you have a crush on me. Oh, sorry. But those are my best friends. It's actually all consuming. They post on like many, many platforms and many times a week, and many, they're just very active. So it kind of is all I've been consuming, which I'm trying to work on. So like anytime I am on my phone or on YouTube or on anything, usually I'm watching something Slushy Noobz related. Also, the name is crazy, but we don't have to talk about that because it's none of my business either. But yeah, I'm going to move past that really quick because I actually don't want anyone to find out about them. But also, I just never stop talking about them. So, anyways, moving on. Let's talk about Taylor Swift. Okay, sorry. Skip ahead like a minute or two if this is a trigger warning for you. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Now, let's talk about her Midnights album. I'm going to share a little anecdote with you. I was doing YouTube at the time, and I recorded an album reaction video to the album Midnights, and I had to delete it because whenever I first heard Midnights, the thing about Taylor Swift is that every single album is so different, and to compare Folklore and Evermore to Midnights, it's just a night and day difference. It's so, you couldn't get more different. I think those are her like most different albums. Maybe, I don't know. And so that's just not what I was expecting at all. And I was completely confused. And this still kind of happens with Taylor Swift albums. I'm like, how are we shifting? How are we in a new, like, it's great because all of her albums have their own identity, but then every time a new album drops, I'm like, okay, I like it, but it's so different, so then it's like, so, like, it's such a shock to your body, but Midnight's had a really bad reaction from me, and the two people I were with, I don't know if they want me to dox them, but I literally was like, I cannot post this album review on the internet because we are going to get torn apart by Swifties. And it took me a little bit. I continued to listen to it. There are still some songs that I can't defend on Midnights, right? But overall, I think I get it now, you guys. I think I get it. If you'll allow me, I think I get it. The Midnights album, holy moly. I do think that the 3 a.m. songs, 3 a.m. till dawn, what? There's so many versions. I don't care. The last, like, 8 songs are the best. Those really hit the spot, if you know what I'm saying. But the rest of the album took me a little bit. But there are 2 songs specifically that I've been listening to all the time. And they're the 2 songs, you know, whenever you hear an album and you're like, these 2 songs, like, skip. These 2 songs, nothing against them, skip. Like, they were just always a skip. And then one day, one magical day, you come around to it. And you're like, oh my god, I get it. It's the same thing as the entire album, basically. But there were still 2 songs where I was like, I don't relate to this. I don't really need to listen to this. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna slide right past you, you know? The people in the grocery store. I'm just gonna squeeze on past you. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so there were 2 songs off of Midnights where I would just kind of like skip past them. And now they're like the 2 songs I listen to every single day. I listen to them all the time. And those 2 songs are Midnight Rain. Midnight Rain. Midnight Rain. And I think I never really liked this song because of, one, the reverb vocals. I'm sorry. Those always kind of deterred me. When it's like, you wanted it comfortable, I want that pain. You know? Sorry. That always kind of deterred me. And then also the fact that I was never Midnight Rain. Is that how it goes? I was always Sunshine, and then he was always Midnight Rain. So, overall, the relatability to the song lacked a little bit because I have always wanted it comfortable. I have never wanted that pain. I have always wanted a husband. And he was always bugging around. Just kidding. Anyways, the other song is out of left field. This is crazy, you guys. If you know me, you know. The other song I've been listening to all the time is Dear Reader. Dear Reader by Taylor Swift. And this all started, I think it was kind of TikTok's effect because I love the breakdown of, I think it's the bridge, just in the song when she's like, so I wander through these nights, I prefer hiding in plain sight. My poetry in my hand is dead. That part of the song is so good, but I would just never let myself listen to the beginning to get there. You know what I mean? And I still think the beginning is lacking compared to that part. Like, it's a song where you really have to sit through the beginning to get to that part, for me, personally. But I've grown up to the age where I can sit through the beginning and I can finally get to that part. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Anyways, I don't need to talk about Taylor Swift for too long because, I do that all the time. Sorry. Moving on with this, actually, do I want to talk about that? Okay, I'll talk about it for like 1 minute. Moving along with the song category, I don't condone cheating, but Maps by Maroon 5 Maps by Maroon 5 is an awesome song. I hate to say it. I hate to say that Adam Levine cooked, but he did. Sorry, Finn's like gonna sit in my lap and I'm trying to adjust to make him comfortable. I do not condone cheating, but here's something that I was thinking about. I was thinking about whenever celebrities get canceled, you know? And the fact that nobody, liked Adam Levine enough to defend, he cheated on his wife? Girlfriend? I think wife. He cheated on his wife, and then we were all like, no more Adam Levine. F him, no more. No more. Never again. And it's so crazy that there are other artists that do way worse things. Other people that have been, convicted of crimes, have gone to court, XYZ, and then we're like, but add it to the queue. You know what I mean? But, nobody really F's with Adam Levine enough. I'm censoring myself a lot this episode because I'm sorry. But it's just so funny that nobody really, liked him enough to actually, we all got a little too up in arms. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay. I just, do you know what I mean? Okay, moving on. My drink as of late has been an oat milk cortado or an iced oat cap. Something along those lines. I've been doing this tiny little, I think 4 ounce. Well, cortado would be 4 ounces because it's equal parts espresso and milk. I've been delving into oat milk, but I think the glass I've been drinking out of might be a little bit bigger than that. So maybe 3-2 ratio, 4-2, maybe. I don't know. But these really tiny, demure, sophisticated little cups of coffee that give you your energy, but also it's not I went from ventis at Starbucks to actually whenever I was in middle school, I would get a venti mocha frappuccino. Those are actually so good. I would get one right now. I would get that damn near every morning. Who was she? And a cake pop. Oh my gosh! I'm Tonka Jahari, but I would never order an Italian pizza for myself. I would order a venti mocha frappuccino and a cake pop or 2 every morning. And now I drink a tiny little cup of coffee with a little bit of milk. Ooh! So that's what I've been liking recently in my drink category. That's what I've been making myself at work. Next up is lip stain. I have talked about this in other places, but I got into a lip stain recently, and I love it so much because something about me is that I don't really have lips unless I put them there. I do have lips, trust, but they don't have their own color that's super pigmented. So a lip stain has been really helping me out because it actually looks like I have lips. And then the line where my lips start and end is very defined, and it just adds color to my lips and makes me more confident. So that's been really, really awesome. I've been using the Sachu lip stain, and I got it at Ulta, and I've been using the shade Inked. I'm giving you all the information that you need, but it has completely changed my life. I saw this influencer, I believe it was Tabitha. I know it was Tabitha. And she said she used it before bed, just kind of as like you wake up a little bit more confident because you have lips. And why is that? That was the thing that convinced me to do it, is like waking up and feeling cute. Because every time I take my makeup off, I'm like, where'd my lips go? And it's also really, really nice because I'll go to the gym without makeup, but then I put on a lip stain, and it's really nice to have lips at the gym. Isn't that awesome? I think so. I also said being busy and pouring into whoa, this sounds like way deeper than it is, but I said staying busy and pouring into my passions. I don't really know if I've been doing that a lot, but I have been busy, and I really like being busy, and I hate having time to think. It sucks. It actually sucks. The minute I had a day off, I was thinking too much, and it sucked, you guys. And I just started thinking about all the things that I don't have time to think about when I'm at work, you know? So staying busy really, really helps, but I know that that downtime is important so that I can actually face my thoughts rather than running away from them. But still, I really do like keeping myself busy. It's just a really good feeling for me. Some people aren't like that though. Oh, this is ironic. I said I love my hair. Let's do a little self-affirmation. I do love my hair. Right now it feels so thin because all my dry shampoo stopped working. Okay. I have been buying this brand for like years, and I bought it again, and it just hasn't worked like the past 3 bottles I got. So for anyone who doesn't know, dry shampoo usually adds like more volume to my hair, and I feel like that's just not that's not giving right now. But my hair is so long, it also has a tinge of red in it. I kind of want to get it redone, but it just has like a tinge of red in it. I think it is personally one of the most perfect shades I've had in my hair, and it's just been very long and healthy, and I'm very happy about that. But that was just kind of more of a conceited? No, never. Moving forward, being independent. Yeah, I have been independent my entire life. No, liar. I have been independent ever since probably going to college. Let's say that. I've been very independent. I basically lived alone freshman year of college, and then I have been living alone for a year or 2. No, maybe just 1 year at this point. And I've always been very, very independent. I've always been able to do stuff by myself. I always prefer to do a lot of things by myself. And I've always loved that about myself. But I will say that if I do ever have the pleasure of talking to somebody's son, I can get into a state of codependency. That's just something about me that I'm working on. And I do get to a point of codependency, and I think it would be different if I ever made it past the honeymoon stage, but I think especially during a honeymoon stage, I'm very codependent and like thrive off of being with that other person. And so I kind of lose all sense of independence, and it feels like I kind of lose myself with it. So I'm really, really focusing up on being independent right now, not really giving my time to anyone except for people that really, really deserve it. And it's been really, really nice. And I have honestly needed it. I just know, like, this year has not been my year. I'll say that first and foremost. And I need to be independent because I'm not in a place to be with anyone else, which sucks to admit because as much as I would love to do that, I just know it's not right for me right now. And I really am liking being independent. And it's just like one of those times where I'm independent and working on myself, and I can tell that that's exactly what I needed. Like, I have so many things that I need to work on, to focus on, to get better at, and to accept within myself to be able to accept somebody else and love them the right way and understand them, blah, 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 blah. I think a lot of my issues in past situationships and relationships have come from uncured things within myself, or like a lack of confidence in myself, or I just like maybe I didn't have the best relationship with myself, and then that reflected into not having a good relationship with them. So I'm working on me right now, and it's honestly going really well, but I can still tell that there's a long way to go. But it's fun. I'm having fun with it. Not applying too much pressure to myself. And this is actually the first time in my life where I have been like very, very independent, not looking, not searching. And they always say that this is when they come around. Where are they at? Where are they? Where art thou? Why not uponeth me? Some would say. Anyways. I'm reading these back and some of them are like really, really stupid. Alright. Let's go to my Mad Happy hoodie. I'm not wearing it today, surprisingly. I did buy a Mad Happy hoodie. If you didn't know, I used to work at Mad Happy, and I'm really upset because I really do like all of their stuff, and all of their stuff fits me really, really nice. They're really good quality. I do like Mad Happy. This is not an ad, and it sucks because I stopped working there, and I did buy a hoodie from them after my discount had expired and all of that. So my new hoodie, I think I've worn it. I think I wore it in my last episode. It has like blue stitching on the hood, and then it's like a quilted patchwork design that just says Mad Happy. Really, really loving that. Always love a good always love a good hoodie. And Mad Happy does have some of my favorites. So throwing that one in there if you guys want to splurge and get yourself a little something nice. The next one's really good. Promise. It says pacing back and forth when I have to pee. I keep running into this issue. My car in my apartment is parked under the building. The parking garage is underground under the building, so I park it down there, and then I take the elevator up to my floor. And for some reason, the elevators in my apartment building are so slow. They're so incredibly slow. And I'm going to be so honest and authentic and real right now. The other day I had to pee so bad. And I did a little bit. It literally got to the point where I couldn't hold it, and a little bit came out. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna regret saying that. But I did pee a little bit the other day. Sorry! But I have recently been pacing back and forth, waiting for the elevator, and then I'll pace back and forth in the elevator. Like, you don't think this is a real thing. You think this is something you see in movies or in cartoons. But this is something that actually has been necessary for me to not pee myself again. And it's so scary. No one talks about that. Because, you know, whenever you get close to your house and then your Bluetooth syncs up and then your bladder is like, oh, we're home. Like, I'm going to make this more urgent. Do you guys know what I mean? The Bluetooth syncs whenever you get to your house. And then finally it's like, oh, I can pee. Oh, I can poop. You know, it's like your body's ready now because you're home. But then you have to take the elevator up X amount of stories. But then the elevator takes 5 minutes in itself to get down to the parking garage. So then it's like, what the hell, boy? So then you start pacing back and forth. Like freaking Ben and Jerry. That's ice cream. That's ice cream. Who are the cats? Ben and Jerry. Ben and Jerry. Ben and Jerry? Jerry? Wait. What are the cats' names? Are they both cats? The cat and the mouse? This cat and mouse game always starts the same. First we're both down the plane, then somehow you go astray. We went from nothing to something, like into loving. Iggy Azalea for you guys. Add that to the list. Don't know those cats' names. Tom and Jerry! Tom and Jerry! Woo! That looked fake. That looked like I just planned that. I really could not remember their names for the life of me. Alright. Moving along, I got these Target candles. And they are fall flavored. Fall scented. There it is. And something about fall scented candles are the best. They're the only candles that I actually smell and that I like to smell and that I'm so happy to have in my possession. I think these are called like bourbon, vanilla, pumpkin, something or other, pumpkin muffin, snickerdoodle, cream, something. And they are so good and they're so awesome. And every time I just had them in my house and I hadn't even lit them yet and they were already giving off this awesome aroma. It's so awesome. I love fall. Except fall in California just means it's cloudy 24/7 and then you're depressed. And then you're depressed. That sucks. Hey, I don't want that kind of fall. I want leaves. Hey, I want leaves falling. I want brisk air. I just don't want fog. Like, give me something. Give me some. So, the other thing I have is incense. What? I bought incense for the first time in New York. And I've never had incense, and I never really liked the idea of it because it just smells like something's burning. But my old job at Mad Happy, they had incense that they would light up, that they would, they would do their thing. And I actually started to really like the idea of incense, and I think that's what my house needed. Because sometimes like the fragrances and like the sprays and the candles can be like a little too much, and I think incense is a little bit nicer on like, I don't know, it just seems less like artificial and fake and like all those big words that like people would talk about. It just seems like a little bit more natural and like gives a more earthier vibe. I don't know. I like it though. And I really like the aesthetic of it. And I think I'm going to make an air-dried clay little thing that will hold my incense. And I think that would be really fun. Right? That sounds like fun. We're nearing the end, guys. Don't worry. We're nearing the end. Next up is my slippers. I got these slippers off of Amazon. Look at them. How cute. I've never really had a slipper like that. I've been wearing my Birkenstocks like as a slipper. But I've never had like a real slipper, and I think I actually like it. Minus the fact that I almost slipped and ate shit today, because I was cleaning my floors, and these have no traction whatsoever, and I actually got so close to banana peel slipping, falling backwards, hitting my head, concussion. No album release party tonight. But other than that, I got them off of Amazon. I think they're like cute and fun, and they're like my first official house shoe because I'm really disgusting and I would wear the shoes out and then wear them as house shoes. That's so gross. What's the point? But they're my first official house shoe and I really, really like them. And did I mention I got them off of Amazon? It's not sponsored. Just letting you guys know. All right. I also want to get like a robe. I'm kind of interested in romanticizing all the little things in my life that I don't really like, which is a lot of it. But I'm like thinking about romanticizing things whenever I have the money to pay for that, but I don't right now So I'm thinking of ways I could romanticize the little things. I think I need better workout clothes. I usually just wear a big t-shirt. I think I need to like use my cups in my house more because I'll just use my Stanley at home. I think I need a robe. I think I need I don't know. I'm going to think about it though. Comment down below anything I can do to romanticize my life. That trend is over. And then lastly, I have saying yes on my list, which is usually something that I would say, but I've like actually been saying it now. Does that make sense? Like, I used to say I would say yes, but I wouldn't. Deep down I knew. And like even with this album release thing, like I really don't I don't think I really want to go that badly, but I think it could be like what if I see someone there that I know from the internet? Or what if I meet someone and they propose to me then and there? That would be so awesome. But other than that, like it's just a space that I'm invited to that I should go to. And it'll be fun either way because I'll be with my family. But just little things like that where it's like I've started to say yes to more things. They went to a pumpkin patch the other day and they were like, "Oh, you probably don't want to go." And I was like, "No, I'll go. I'll go." Because it was after work. And I was like, "Whatever, I'll go." And I had a fun time and it wasn't that big of a deal. I always see like going somewhere, going to a place as like this big ordeal where like something about it is giving like I'm gonna be on a stage and there's gonna be 100 eyes on me and like cameras flashing, when really it's just like not that big of a deal. I don't know why I make everything out to be such a big deal and like if I go to this I'm gonna regret not doing this. And I've really had to change my perspective and be like, come on, let's go. I don't think any of that just made sense. Basically, I'm not the type to say yes all the time, and I think I'm prioritizing my alone time and myself when really I'm just isolating myself and making everything worse. So, realize that, and now I'm saying yes, trying to find a good work-life balance. I think that's what they call it. I'm not sure. Anyways, been talking for so long and I have to go get ready for the album release party. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I don't know. I think this coffee did work though. Can you guys tell? Okay. Yeah, let's end it. Okay. I love you guys. If you listen to this point, I really, really love you. And you can text me right now and I'll give you a kiss the next time I see you. How about that? Just shoot me over a text if you made it to this point and I'll put you on my kiss list. All right. Love you guys. Have a good one. Cheers. Cheers. Thanks. It's always the end of the podcast where I just start to lose it. And then I say goodbye for like a minute straight. Okay. I'm actually going to go. Bye.